All right. Hey guys, how's it going? I cannot believe that it's the last day, last 7 hours. It's so sad. It's bittersweet. Because on one hand, we've had some good news as of late. I'm sure many of you have heard, but I'll share some of it as well. Oh my god. I forgot how loud that is. Let me step out of this room. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous for ears. Okay. Hey, Machoche. What time does the beta end today? It's at so 7 p.m. is the like last hurrah. Last time I think it went a little bit over an hour. The GMs had like some events going on, so around like 8:30 Eastern is what I'm gonna say. That's my guess. It should be down by then. So as we left off yesterday, you guys helped me vote to. Oh, I did this wrong. Whatever. To try Fire Poison Mage next. So that's what I'm gonna start with. Thankfully, I already am FP, so that shouldn't use up my first test. And I'm on the fence about whether to, try like Chief Bandit next, or to like just head back to Victoria and try to do some of the jump quests that I didn't get to since a lot of them were level locked. I only got to do two, like the first two Alenia ones. That's it. So I'm open to ideas. Whatever you guys are interested in seeing, I'm down for it. Whether it's more third job testing or go and do some shenanigans in Vic. Fire poison is very nice. I haven't tried the third job yet, of course, but second job for the most part seems pretty figured out. What? Sorry, doing group pick today. Yes, yes, they are. You have to test. You have to test again because they fixed CD. Yeah, so that's the big thing. I'll pull it up because maybe not everyone has seen, but they made some changes very very quickly. Um, it's a lot of stuff we've been asking for. So, like for example, the mobility stuff, they reduced the cooldowns for the new classes. So, like rush for the fighter page spearman down from 3 seconds to one. That's awesome. That's like very convenient. Wind step 1 second. That's crazy. I didn't even expect them to do that. I would have been okay with it at three, but I like this, And look at this. This is even bigger. Arrow rain, no cooldown. We're back. We're officially back. I assume the same thing for sniper. Hermit is saved because this was the only thing I didn't like. The flash jump cooldown. Pretty much. I mean, they felt a little underpowered, but it's really hard to judge power and like with the gear they gave us and everything. And at the same time, it's like I don't know. I feel like that's one of the easier things to change down the road. If they want to add another 10% basic attack to Lucky 7 or something, it's not as fundamental as a cooldown on a skill that normally didn't have one. So, really good to see that it is restored to its glory of being able to jump all over the map. And now Chief Bandit officially has flash jump. So they're gonna be really strong now. Since everyone's been saying they're so powerful. And look, Assaulter can also be used while jumping. I still haven't tried it, so I don't know how that would feel, but that sounds really cool. And then this is also huge. Layman was like cheering, cheering from a rooftop about this. We talked about the iframes. How the theory is that since this is based on like a 2024 version of Maple, maybe that changed from around the time Mihail was released stayed in the game, and therefore we still had the lower iframe. So actually, it seems like it was an oversight and not like a design decision. So it's good. I don't know if this is the what it used to be, but in either case, this should feel miles better for everybody in terms of like taking damage. Like you're gonna take literally just gonna take less hits. And then for warriors, maybe you'll finally be able to go up ledges when you're when there's a mob there. And then yeah, so that's it. That it's not a lot, but what they did do was a lot of stuff we've been asking. The only thing they didn't touch was anything priest related. Yeah, Hermit is saved. Arrow Rain looks so beautiful without CD. Oh yeah, no, it's a fun skill. I'm gonna end my test as a ranger, just to complete the feeling because I'm pretty sure that's the class I'm gonna go as. Um, and yeah, I'm excited to spam some Arrow Rain. I like the Inferno. Don't get me wrong, the Inferno skill, but I think in any case I would always go Arrow Rain over it. Even if Arrow Rain is weaker, it's just more convenient and fun to use. Okay, so let me finish adding this stuff. Elemental comp, and then I think. Oh, do I need? Whatever. I guess I'll be casting a little slow today. It's all good. I can use my imagination. Okay, so we'll do. Oh, I messed this up. And then I do still want to have fire arrow, just to test it. I do actually have my controller back, but considering the fact that I haven't played this class on controller yet, I'm just gonna stick to the keyboard since it's easier to pick up. Did I forget meditation? Yeah. All right, so let's feel this real quick. I heard that you can use this in midair. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Oh, I just realized I'm also missing teleport. That's actually a big deal. Hey, what's up, Hubie? Nice to see you. If they extended to test the new changes more, but didn't change test slash priest, does that mean they don't really want to buff priest? Did they extend the test more? No, right? I don't think they will do that. Do you think they will adjust any second job skills like buffing heal? I'm worried that they won't. So here's the thing. I think heal, like in terms of how much it heals, I'm kind of okay with it. Hey, I know this guy. He's got some crazy AI thumbnails. Anyway, I don't think that the healing portion of heal is bad. It's just the damage portion that feels wrong. At least to me. I know some people don't care as much. Somebody left a comment the other day, well, like yesterday, saying that like to them they never played priest or cleric, and so they don't really care about heal working the way it used to. Then they're happy with how strong it seems to be, especially in second job. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. It's like I'm definitely blinded by nostalgia when it comes to heal. Did you test White Knight yesterday? No, I didn't. I haven't done anything since yesterday. Off stream, I've been pretty busy with work, and my kid just started school, so our schedules are a little bit whack. You got your days messed up. Thought today's the 13th. Yeah. You got me excited for a second there. Like, oh, extending it? Priests only used to hunt at zombies because of that heal. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they'll need to go there anymore. Okay, so obviously Explosion is casting a bit slowly here. But that's not a big deal. Where are my potions? Did my pet die again? No. Can you heal me, man? Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, so they won't be going there anymore, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I guess Holy Arrow could still work, to be honest. But at that point, you may as well go to dark enemies, like Darkstone Golem or something. Right? They're Holy Week. Heal made it a different feeling class. Yeah, it did. So I mean, I wish that it will go back, but I don't know. To the person who asked if I think they'll buff it, I don't think they will. They seem to be okay with it. Since apparently the change was done back last COT, and it's only that I I only felt it for the first time now. What did Nexon fix regarding the cooldowns? So basically, they removed it from the skills that never should have had them in the first place, such as Flash Jump and Arrow Rain. And then they also reduced it in terms of the movement skills for archers and rush. So instead of 3 seconds, it's down to 1 second, which is pretty frequent. Like, that's pretty sick. It's like good enough that like it's gonna feel really good, but it won't. It's still not gonna be better than an assassin. You know, it's not gonna. It's not like warriors are gonna now have the mobility of a rogue. So I know some people are worried about that. Like, oh, the rogues they're the mobility class. Not everybody should have mobility. And look, I mean, there's a part of me that was totally just wanted everything to stay the same. But if they are adding mobility, I suppose I wouldn't want it on a big cooldown. Hey, Psychosis, how did you miss the pop up? I don't know, but thanks for finding it. Good day to be an undead in Maple, I guess. Yeah, zombies rejoice. Let me try poison up here. Let me see. Am I all buffed up? What I have this on? So poison shouldn't work the way it used to, right? It has a cooldown. Oh, I should move it down there so I can see how long it is. Ew. How long is that? 15 seconds. Okay, so what do you do with this? Is the idea that you put it down and then use explosion? There's like a synergy there? Let me read this, okay? Summons a poison mist at the location of the nearest monster in front that lasts for 5 seconds. Enemies within the poison mist have a certain chance to become poisoned for a certain amount of time. Deals increased damage to poison weak enemies, but deals reduced blah blah blah. Hi. Yes. Oh, let me invite Psychosis here. Oh, sick. Thank you. So what about this is a synergy? Okay, there we go. So explosion. In addition, if the target is afflicted with poison, deals the remaining damage of the status duration all at once and removes the poison. Okay, so it like cleanses it and does it up front. Okay, so I suppose. That's pretty cool. So, I mean, the only thing is it's a 15-second cooldown, so like how much am I going to use this? So, let's say I do it here, big damage. I move on with my life, I use elemental comp. My poison still isn't ready, so here I go, just using explosion without it. Oh, okay, that was interesting. I put down the mist and no enemy was nearby, so it didn't like hang. You guys know how like you used to? I think it used to just place in a spot. It wasn't tied to a monster being there. Am I right about that? Because I don't remember it mattering. Let's see. I missed a few messages here. So, wait, so Chief Bandit's also a flash jump without cooldown. Yes, that's right. Happy for Arrow Rain because I'm debating Chief Bandit / Ranger. Then you're happy. You're feeling good because both of those classes are feeling quite good. I haven't tried Chief Bandit personally, but everyone's saying that they feel good. So mobility should have stayed the same low key. It should have, but now that they've opened that box, you know, it's one of those things. It's like if you start giving, you give, you know, you get, it's like one kid had ice cream, and it's like, all right, we need that kid had ice cream, but then, you know, you give a second kid ice cream, and it's like, well, maybe the next kid's want ice cream. I don't know. That's not a good metaphor, but oh, hi, the old squad back together again. Let's see. Oh, you finally got level 100. Let's see. Keep the poison mist CD. I hate walking a map with fart cloud. Well, to be honest, I suppose it's like the cooldown doesn't matter as much. Like, I don't think the way it works right now, people would use it as much ticking would anyway, would they? Oh, maybe no. So it actually kills the monster though. So they actually buffed the power of it. Because remember, it used to leave them at 1 HP. Does it? It's not percentage based though, is it? No, it's a basic attack. So it did kill the Junior Yeti, but it did not kill the Big Yeti. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little. I feel like it's one of those things that would be kind of variable. Like The way you use it would change depending on the situation, you know. But obviously, being on a cooldown, you're probably just gonna use it anytime there's a big group. I did enjoy poison training, but at the same time, it gets really boring. It's like it's so different from every other class. They probably also put a heavy cooldown on poison mist because of that abuse they used to do by switching to every channel. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. You can use like 3 channels depending on the size of the map. Poison is lethal but bland now. So true. Yeah, I suppose now, like, you're a fresh FP mage. What are you gonna do? You're probably gonna go explosion, right? If anything, you could exploit that effect of it with poison breath. Does this poison them still? This doesn't poison them. What? Okay, yeah. So poison's just kind of lame now. Poison's just kind of lame. Yeah, it's so before you kind of had you had two viable paths. I mean, poison was obviously like the stronger one, but I knew some people who went explosion first, who preferred to come here at the Yetis and train here with explosion because they were like, no, I actually want to play the game, you know. um Interesting. So yeah, poison's kind of weak now, but FP, like the mage themselves, I don't think are weak. So take that for what you will. Hey Layman, oh, you're not gonna make it. I saw your Discord message, man. That sucks. Are you busy with work or something? Family? It's unfortunate. Um, no elemental amp and booster. Yeah, I did. I did this like really fast. I just really wanted to try all the skills, so the damage is obviously not the way it would be. These mobs aren't you hitting much more than mobs did way back at level 30? I mean, yeah, actually, kind of. Like, what was the biggest hit I took there besides any bosses was like 250 or 280 or something. That's what these guys are hitting me for. At the same time, I'm level 100 with level 70 gear. Uh, no, I don't think touch from regular Yetis did 1k psychosis. It did like more like 5, 600, maybe 700 if you're a mage. In any case, it does seem to hit. They do hit less. It was their magic attack that hit for like 1k or something. Let's feel how much it does. Okay, that does nothing. Yeah, there's something funny there. Yeah, that's like no damage. Let me try Yeti and Pepe though. Maybe I'm thinking of them. Hit me, bro. Okay, yeah, that 100% hit like 1200 or something. Huh. So either they're nerfed or because I'm level 100 I take a lot less damage or I don't know. The whole like armor defense formula is all in whack now. I know they changed it and so nothing works the way it used to. Ooh, thank you for the 6.99 Canadian. Thrilla. It's like cutting off your name here. What is it? Thrilla does something. I can't make it show your whole name. Stuck between Hermit, DK, or Hunter. Which do I prefer? Well, I'm super biased. I would pick Hunter or Hermit. I mean, if you want my opinion, I'd go Hunter, but um, probably I feel like most people would prefer Hermit because it's just like the more convenient archer. Do you know what I mean? Like it's fast, it's flashy, it gets to jump all over the place and like jump around and not limit itself, especially in second job. Like I think Ranger gets has a big like fun increase from second job Hunter, but Hermit is like just an improvement on an already fun class, which was Assassin. It's Jeff a Q. Let me see. Wait, poison breath doesn't poison. Yep, I know. It's weird. You were FP mage. They massacred my boy. That's how I feel about cleric. Even though I like it's not my favorite class. Um, I played it more than any other one. Cleric was like my most played class, so it has a really big place in my heart, you know. So it did hurt me to see that they don't heal the way they used to. Let's see. Why is your MP so low? By the way, I don't remember mages having so little MP. Oh, I'm pretty sure I messed this up a bit. I'm missing a little bit, but you're right that I think I have more HP but less MP than I would have had. The defense formula is still dot dot dot. Yeah. Thrilla the Chilla. That's the one. Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Mobs seem to hit really hard at low level, then just seems to go down over time relatively. Okay. It's very interesting. Yo, let's go back to town because we have limited time with this. So I think I got the feeling for FP. I want to try at least one other class. At least one. So what's it gonna be, guys? I'm between Chief Bandit or DK or White Knight. What do you guys think? Let's do a little poll now that I know how to do those. Which class next? DK, CB, or White Knight. I'm not gonna do Sniper because it's too close. I think it's close enough to Ranger. You have a conspiracy. They made these terrible changes to CD on purpose so everyone would complain and then fix it almost immediately. Quote, quote, we listen to player feedback. I don't know. That sounds a little 3D chess for them, don't you think? 5D chess? Like, I don't know if Nexon's that calculate. Like, I guess it's not really Nexon so much as a small team doing Classic World, but like, I just don't know why they would need to do that. Maybe, I mean, in a sense, I could see it being like an experiment because, like, almost no matter what they do, you know, they're gonna get a bunch of complaints, you know. So they're like, "Hey, let's do this stuff that they'll definitely hate." I guess I could see it, but I'm just gonna take them at their word. It's time to take the perma beginner pill. Is that even a choice here? Can you imagine? They're like, switch me back to beginner. Yeah, Hunter is fun. Nen Metzilar. I really like Hunter. These mobs at Elnath may have quote quote fake stats, says Layman. Like the messes they drop are hard coded and are super low, so it could be the same for their damage. Okay. So maybe we should just take it with a grain of salt, the kind of damage they're doing. Okay, let's see what won. Oh, White Knight won by like a large margin. Okay. We'll go with White Knight. Very curious to feel how that is. We haven't done any warriors too, so it's like it's kind of only fair. I gotta drop some stuff. I love that there's always people picking up these things that people drop. Like, as if like, yes, sweet, sweet mesos. Like, what are they gonna do with it? Okay, is that enough? Should be. White Knight. Yeah, you know, DK I feel like is probably close enough to how it felt that it's not as dire to try it. Do I really not have enough? Do I have too many sausages? Because he's trying to give me more sausages and pure water, and I already have too much. Something like that. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Let's go outside before we get, like, jump scared by the sound. Priest is so good, you should try it again. No way! They didn't change anything with it, so no way I'm gonna try it again. It's still strong, though. As much as I'm upset about the changes, it's strong. Every other streamer has done CB to death. Oh. Well, that's good to know. White Knight is GOAT. Dash into charge blow is very fun. Okay, yeah, you know what? Especially since I haven't felt rush, feeling it with the 1 second cooldown will be pretty cool. All right, let's do this. So, precise strikes, improved HP recovery, right? Because, I don't know, let's do power. Do the bread and butters. That's it, right? I mean, I don't care about the passives right now, so. Throw these here. Sword or blunt? I think obviously we're going blunt, guys. I would never make a page and go sword. I just don't understand that mentality. Rush max. I don't think I care about threaten, to be honest. Can I max this? Maybe I do care about threaten then. Alright. Guess I will. Wow, you have a lot of points. I guess I put 1 point in here. It's like kind of an odd thing. There's kind of no choice here, right? You just take everything. Am I right about that? Nexon listened. When I read that, I thought no dailies in Classic then. Sorry to disappoint you. Is music supposed to be muted? Oh, no, man. Thank you. I can't believe it. Oh, so the sound was muted this whole time? That's depressing. Thank you for pointing that out. God. That's so annoying to know that it was just off this whole time. Okay. Let's add this mobility stuff. Alright, so what do I do here? Sound is too loud now? Really? Is that really true? My levels haven't had to change them. You thought it was an ASMR stream. Can someone else confirm, is the sound too loud? Because I don't think I've changed it. So I thought it should still be okay. Okay. Actually, we'll do it here. We'll do it right here. How's that? How's that? That should be good. I did it on OBS instead because I like it in my head. Great. Okay, so what do I do here? Obviously charge blow, right? That's like the thing everybody uses. Fire charge because we're an LNAP. Lightning charge because I hear it's OP. I guess that's it, right? We're not going to do ice charge. We'll do 1 point in it. This is cool, but obviously this stuff would matter more in a real situation maybe, but that's not what we're doing. Alright, so let's toss these on here. Blunt weapon booster. Alright, I think that's it. Now we just gotta put on the gear and then we can get slamming. Oh, what do I need? 65 dex. Oh, no, I'm going two-handed. Yeah, I'm going two-handed. All right, we're ready to plow. Ooh. Rush on 1 second cooldown is pretty good. You bet snowshoes make controllers feel snappier. PG appreciating this stream as well. PG? What's PG? This is so funny having Rush. It really changes the feeling for a warrior. Warriors just like, you just had to like hoof it so bad. Paul George. I don't understand. Yeah, warriors are gonna look kind of funny when they're traveling though. This looks a little bit silly. It feels silly. Okay, let's try charge blow. So basically you would just always use charge blow? Is it single target or is it up to 4 enemies? So it's like just your new AoE then. But you would still use power strike otherwise? 210 versus... Okay, no, so you would use power strike on a single enemy. But this would replace slash blast. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, no cool. Well, they have a 1 second cooldown for rush now. They need to fix a bug with rush where sometimes it doesn't push mobs. Oh, interesting. Is it supposed to always? Does this show anything? Oh, it does. So yeah, they're scared. So threaten decreases their movement speed and weapon defense. I keep using it instead of charge blow. Yo, are you gonna play during the eclipse? Yeah. If you mean like when the servers go down, yeah, I'm gonna be on. I will like hop off between then, so like I'm probably gonna go here for like another hour and a half, a little bit more than that. But then I'll be back like about an hour or so before the event, and then we'll go until the servers go dark. Don't forget to do the Forest of Golems video. I won't forget, man. Although, consider it on the list. It's like, it might be a few videos before that, but definitely on the list. You came just in time for White Knight. Yeah. I'm about to try Lightning too. I want to see what that does, because I did notice that it puts like a little effect on them. Let's try it out. So what is that? Is that a stun? Let's read. Wow, that's long. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Imbues your sword or blunt weapon with blah blah blah. Set duration. Chance to electrocute enemies and stun them. Deals blah blah blah. Removed immediately if you equipped a different weapon type or use a charge skill of a different element. Okay, so they don't want you to like stun and then swap to do like more damage. That's fair, I guess. I mean, that sounds like it would be wildly inconvenient anyway. I don't think I would want to do that. Hey, what's up, Majestic Hot Dog? So they changed they undid some of the cooldown changes that had added to skills that didn't need them, like Arrow Rain and Flash Jump now have no cooldown, which is great. And then for like warriors, Rush is a 1 second cooldown, and then the equivalent of Archer also has 1 second cooldown for, what is it called, Wind Step. So that's the main thing. I think they the other big thing is the iframe change. That's like huge, because that really, like, if we could go back in time and restart this with proper iframes, I believe wholeheartedly like people would complain about the meso thing a lot less, because we would just take like a lot less damage. I don't know if it's 50% more damage that we were taking, I believe, because, you know, if you're considering that you're getting hit as fast as you can, it was like, sorry, what was the number? Was it 1.5? It was 1 second, and then now it's 1.5. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know if I'm mathing right, but in any case, it's a significant amount of damage that we were taking that we normally would not have taken. So That actually confirms to me that there's no way this was a conspiracy from them to just like earn goodwill, because something like that just would have earned a lot less complaining if it just was never there. Whereas the third job thing, we only had to suffer for like a day or so before they fixed it. Okay, so you know, just from guessing, it's like, I guess you would use, is lightning just the best? Because if it stuns them, I can't take any damage. Ooh, check out that sick drop. I suppose if I was like really playing and I was trying to like, you know, save mesos and everything, I would probably do this even though I do less damage, because then it just wouldn't take damage. Yeah, the iframe protest worked. Oh my god, so Ice Strike doesn't freeze? Ew! Why are people talking about playing IL then? That's horrible. I thought people were saying IL was good. Is it because like Lightning Spear hits kind of hard now? Because that to me is not that special. The whole appeal to them was the control. Lightning now stuns. Oh, so lightning is the new freeze. Lightning's like talking to ice, like, look at me. I am the ice now. Yeah, the stun seems really good. So lightning's just the best element now. Yeah, they just shuffled it. Yo, that means Aqua Road's gonna go hard for anybody with lightning. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Freezing was like perfect thematically. It felt perfect. And it's not like it was OP. I mean, as a result, like Ice Strike wasn't like the hardest hitting spell out there. Thunder Spear and Elecomp go hard. So let me know, I'll type it in chat too. Does Elemental Comp slow and stun? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, IL is like one of my top 3 favorite classes. I wouldn't consider playing it anymore. So for me, mages are like dead because they killed heal. They killed heal training for clerics. FP poison doesn't work, and ice doesn't freeze. Those are like the best aspects of those classes. Okay. Well, it's okay. Now I don't have to worry about being tempted to play mage, because honestly, I was, every once in a while when I saw mage, I was like, man, maybe I should go mage, because it's just such a comfy class. Can you read Ice Charge on White Knight? You heard it still freezes? Oh, really? Oh, God. Granting a chance to freeze enemies, greatly reducing their movement speed. So no, it says freeze, but I think freeze just slows them. The term freeze just means slow. Let's try it though. Yeah, they can still move. On. I guess it's not applying much because it's level 1. You can't freeze these guys? Really? Dark Yetis? I understand regular ones. I thought Dark Yetis would be able to. Yeah, they lobotomized freeze. That's so sad. You've been feeling the same. Okay, let me read this. FP is busted though. FP looks really cozy. Yeah, I mean, look, FP is just more fire than poison now, so as long as you don't care about, you know, the poison aspect of it, fire is it's still strong. And actually, like what I'm complaining about is like feel, really, because the mages, I think they all seem like they're still strong. Like, Priest is fine. They lost a lot of identity, but they still hit pretty hard for being a, you know, quote, support class. And Ice Strike, or sorry, I mean, IL still can hit hard with Lightning. Thunder Spear, like, goes hard. To be honest, it always did, but nobody ever did it because, like, the freeze effect was too powerful, so Elemental Comp was just the way to go. And then Fire Poison, like, yeah, the fire hits pretty hard, especially with the poison thing just being sort of like a buff to the fire. So, yeah, I mean, mages are eaten fine in terms of damage and all that. It's just for me, as an old man, I'm like, what did you do? You know? This ain't the town I grew up in. If healing leveling isn't reverted, you're going Hunter. Yeah, that's, yeah, I feel the same. What was wrong with Poison? I thought the changes were positive. I mean, it's like what I said. It's, now it serves to increase the power of fire, really. I suppose the second job one can stand on its own because it's just like an AoE skill. But otherwise, it's just not the way it used to be, where it was able to like tick down enemies like consistently, because you can only use it every 15 seconds. You can't like fill the whole map with poison. You've been feeling the same about Hermit. Every time you see mages, you're like, ugh, do I actually go mage? But now I'm thinking of going ranger. I'm hearing a lot of people saying they're thinking about going ranger or sniper. Archer stonks are on the up and up. Could ranger be the best class in MapleStory Classic World? Stay till the end to find out. The noise the skill makes is annoying too. Doesn't even sound like you're smacking anything. What is that in reference to? I want to try some coolies. White Knight looks fun for you. You're gonna get one lightning, max charge blow, max lightning, then figure it out from there. Definitely White Knight seems strong. And you know, White Knight like feels so very classic. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's still, there's nothing about its identity that seems too different. It just seems like it's better. The ability to be able to use charge blow without it blowing your load, you know, it's like, it's just great. I meant blowing your charge. You just wish the elements don't need so many points. Yeah, it is hefty. I mean, 2% damage at level 1. 20% damage at level 30? I'm trying to like compare them. Oh, 75% chance to deal 100% damage over 3 seconds. Oh, that's cool. So Fire Charge also has a DOT effect. Dot. Have I reviewed Sniper? You like Ice more, but you don't know if you want to use crossbow over bow. No, I haven't played Sniper yet. I may not get around to it, just given the time. But if the what is their ice skill called? Avalanche or something? Whatever their ice skill is, if it only slows them, I'm not that excited by it anyway. Personally, I feel like I would. I don't know. You already have Amazon's Judgment, right? Do they have Amazon's Judgment, crossbowmen? Psychosis. Does crossbowmen have Amazon Judge? They played a sniper. Yeah, I'm assuming they did, because typically they're so similar that only their attacking skills are different. But yeah, the freeze not actually freezing, that would be like, to me, like That was a big reason to go sniper, was the control that they had. You know, they have like knockback, they had freeze, like they had like, I don't know. Let's see how much this damage does, the dot. Okay, it does just a little, you know, the fire dot effect that they've added to some fire skills, like, actually, I don't remember if Explosion had it. I'm assuming it did. But like Inferno, or whatever it's called, the Ranger skill also added that. It's pretty negligible. It's like kind of like, you know, if the mob has 2% health left, maybe it'll finish it off, you know? But I don't see it actually making a big deal, because most of the time you're just gonna be spamming attacks anyhow. Yeah, White Knight's cool. I mean, I just, I appreciate their simplicity. They feel like the way they were, just better. I keep forgetting I have Rush, too. Being able to perma-stun like that is so sick. And that's not even a White Knight thing. Like, being able to, like, they made stun actually stun after you're hit. Do you know what I mean? Like, Arrow Bomb from Archer or Hunter. It used to be that you'd stun them with Air Bomb, but then if you swapped to, you know, let's say double shot, the hit would interrupt the stun. There would be no longer stun. So that made it so like chaining stuns with like Crusader's Coma and things like that was like not really a thing. Like the stun effect of it was kind of nice, but it didn't really do much. But now that you can, you know, you could like with a Crusader, I'm assuming you could stun them, attack, stun them. They're probably dead by then. Let's see. Did they tell something about selling NX items in game? It would be pay to win. I like Ranger, best class. Yeah, no freeze on their ice moves kind of blows. Makes you lean towards Ranger. Yep. Look, everybody's going Ranger. Ranger gang, rise up. Most spooky BGM ever. Oh, absolutely. I love it. Actually, no. I think it gets spookier at the end, doesn't it? Hold on, no, I'm tripping. No, it doesn't get spookier in Dead Mines. It actually gets kind of cool in Dead Mines. Like the beat starts, you know, it's like kind of like like. Yeah, it is the most spooky BGM. I don't think even Haunted House is this spooky. Alright, let's perma-stun this Lycan. Aw, poor guy, he can't move. He can't do anything. Look at him, he's helpless. It's kind of OP, but I'm not gonna complain because honestly, especially White Knights, like, you know, melee class is like, having a stun, it's only fair, because like you had to walk right up to the thing. You can still take touch damage. Spooky BGMs in Elnouth and Sleepywood Caves were the best. Yeah. Yeah, it's the music. Oh my god. He just snailed it. That is helpless. Oh my god. It feels so wrong. Wait, I want to see him do it to a Lycan. Do a Lycan next. I want to see a Lycan get doomed. Let's see if we can spawn one. Yeah, I think if I was going White Knight, I would rush Lightning for sure. It just seems like the universally most useful element. That's one of your favorite BGMs. It goes well with the climb. Oh, absolutely. I agree, Layman. Haunted House slightly spookier, but in a goofier way. Yeah, it has a little bit more of like a dollhouse sort of feel, huh? Hey, first stream you've caught. Love your essay videos. Hey, thanks, David. Appreciate you hopping in and letting me know. This is kind of just making me want to lock more into Chrono's story. Dang. The changes aren't to your liking, huh? I mean, I can understand. Chrono's story, I'm not that familiar with the changes that they've done, but I know a lot of people are really enjoying it. I saw somebody, I was seeing like I was like surfing through Twitch this morning, and I saw somebody streaming Chrono's story. They're like, yeah, like I'm loyal to Chrono's story. Like, they're more excited for it than Classic World. Previous maps are liking? Okay. Alright, fuck it then. Chrono's story is great, you just wish you could trade though? Oh, okay, so it's like a very solo experience, huh? Ooh. Coolies. What? Doom looks really cool though. I didn't know it was AoE. Was it always? It was single target before, right? Oh my god. I guess I just never used it. I thought it was just trash. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's kind of still a meme skill, but it's a very cool meme skill. Yo, let's go channel. Did I just quit the game? I thought I changed channels. Yo, the game just like froze on me. Hold up. I was changing channels too quick. That's so funny. Whoops. Okay. How did I do that? I'm going channel 3. You know what? I kind of wish you could use Rush in the air, but it's whatever. Rush is super sick though. Look at like how you can group them up. You're just gonna do this all day long. My favorite thing about Warrior is like grouping up the enemies and then AoEing them down. So this is just like improving that gameplay earlier. You know, I don't know how to say this though. I feel like a little bit weak. Am I like missing something? I feel like my damage isn't like all that good. But maybe it's just not that flashy. I guess it's okay. Iron Man for sure. Yeah, Chrono's story is like Iron Man. Well, I like Iron Man for what it's worth. That'll be Iron Man is like what's gonna save Classic World once it becomes too pay to win. I can't wait to roll an Iron Man one day, but I need it to be an official thing. I'm not gonna like be self Iron Man, like oh self, like don't worry guys, I haven't traded with anybody. Like it's gotta be official, you know. If 11E is taken, do you like 12E? Not really. I don't know. Hopefully nobody takes my name, but if they do, I'll probably do something stupid like add another Y or some shit. It's so funny seeing snails here. I love it. How many points does it take for Doom? 30-point Doom or 20? Max 30. Oof, that's a heavy investment, you gotta admit. Missing gear, really? Yeah, it's true. Honestly, guys, like, of the classes I've tried, the only one that felt, like, truly strong, like, damage-wise, was Ranger. I feel like something about the numbers just clicked. I don't know. Did Rangers just have better base numbers or something, but maybe they don't scale as well with scrolls? Like, it just felt better. Damage formulas are lacking, yeah. White Knight definitely pretty weak compared to other classes. That's the way it feels. So it's like if they can like buff the numbers a little bit, it feels really cool. And it feels like itself, do you know what I mean? Oh, did my thing expire? No, it didn't. I can't wait to train. I wonder if I don't know. Who knows when Orbis will actually come out. I was gonna say I can't wait to like do a Coolies party here, but I don't know. Maybe I'll be past its level by the time it comes out. It really depends. Because like you come here around like what, the 50s? Low 50s? Yeah, Priest used to run this town. It does feel a little silly, like spamming Rush, but it is what it is. It feels great on mobs. It feels silly when you're traveling. That's how I would describe it. 11XX, 11XX, yeah. I always have that as a fallback. You are White Knight. All of them are weak right now. If you had to pick, would you choose White Knight or Crusader? Oh, I'd pick Crusader, no doubt. But that's because Crusader is my favorite warrior class. You want to know why it's my favorite one? Well, because it's the only one I've gotten a third job. But something about DK just never like, even though like they're arguably the coolest looking, like, you know, what's it called? Spear Crusher or whatever. Like, it looks really cool. I don't know. I just never wanted to be the spear guy. I like axes. I'm an axe man. So yeah, if I did Crusader, I'd be using an axe. Marksman felt strong. Yeah, I think both Marksman and Rangers seem to be in a good place, but you know, hopefully just a little bit of number tweaking. We don't need them to be weaker. You know, just raise everybody up a little bit. Dispel doesn't remove seal anymore. Oof. Like the one from Junior Boogies. Stop telling everyone that Ranger is good. There'll be too many. I know. Well, look. Nobody feels that more than me, okay? Because it's something you know about me. And it's kind of like a cringy part of my personality, but I do find that I don't like to do the most popular thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like to joke, I'm like a hipster sometimes. Where I'm like, if everyone's doing that, I want to do this. But the truth is, I'm not, also like, I don't want to change my mind just based on the fact that, oh, you know, this is gonna be good, so now I can't play the class that I wanted to from the beginning, you know? So I committed to Ranger before I knew it was gonna be any good. You know? I was perfectly ready for it to be mediocre, so I'm gonna try to ride or die it. I think it's well deserved for archers to finally do something in Classic. A reminder is that first level 200 archers were top 13 and top 24 were bowmasters. Wow. So maybe they never were too bad, huh? Did you ever play Fire Emblem? Picking axes to get that advantage over DK. No, I played like Fire Emblem on like Game Boy Advance for like 2 hours. It was like a friend's game, so no, I don't know hardly anything about it. I just know Martha and Roy from Smash. You suffer from the same thing, Psychosis? The classic hipster curse. I've seen many such cases. If you want the honest truth, they probably like pirates so much because they aren't popular. Yeah, I know the feeling, man. It is a curse. It is a curse. You know, I remember feeling the same way. Like what's happening now with like Ranger, it happened when I played WoW. There was a point in time when Arcane Mage was not very good, and it was rather complicated. This is like I think around Battle for Azeroth, later in Battle for Azeroth, and like it just wasn't popular. Like everybody was Frost or Fire. Fire was like really strong. And I was like, no, I want to be Arcane because it looks cool, and you know, parentheses, and because nobody plays it, you know. But you know, the next expansion, Dragonflight or whatever it was, at some point, Arcane Mage became like the meta because it was just like really, really good. Then everybody and their mom started playing it, and they also simplified the rotation. And then it's like, so now everybody was playing Arcane, and I was like, man, I low-key want to swap, you know. Like, I didn't. I stuck with it because I was like, just committed to that identity of Arcane, but I was partially like, hey, get off, you know. Arcane's full. So the same thing sort of feels like it might happen with Ranger, but whatever. It's not my class to own, you know what I mean? It's not mine. The Arcane dream. Yeah, the Arcane dream. You like Gunslinger because you like shooting guns, but their skills were also so damn jank. I find pirates to look pretty janky. Full disclosure, I'm pretty sure I've never played one. Okay, that's not entirely true. I maybe made one in Modern Maple many years later, but obviously by that point it's a totally different class. You know, when like in first job you have like a max AoE skill already. Even the deeper truth, that's why I prefer crossbow over bow. Everyone went bowmasters, so few marksmen. Yeah, that's true. I think even as strong as marksman is, I think bows will always be more popular. Crossbows just aren't as universally appealing. Like bows, like the classic fantasy, you know. So you know, if your goal is to be slightly more quote quote unique, you know, crossbowman's a little bit more safe. Do you play any other modern RPGs or MMOs? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. But I have always been bouncing sort of, before this, the last thing I was playing was like Guild Wars 1, maybe at some point last year. I played that for a few months. It's one of those games I go back to frequently, and then, oh, side note, that's available on mobile now, by the way, which is crazy. Like, you can straight up play, like, that MMO completely on mobile. It's a little janky, but you can. But besides that, I always bounce between, like, WoW and OSRS. And Maple, of course. Just means cheaper scrolls for you. Yeah, that's true. Well, that was one of the things about playing a bowman. Your scrolls were always pretty reasonable. They were never that expensive. Like, the expensive scrolls were always like claw scrolls, wand scrolls, sword scrolls to a lesser degree. I feel like it's kind of just claw, wand, staff are probably the most expensive in terms of weapons. I think I kind of get it, guys. I kind of get White Knight. Like, it's, I see what there is to enjoy here. So anybody thinking of White Knight, I think you'll be pretty happy with it. Because if you liked White Knight before, there's definitely nothing, you have literally nothing to complain about, right? Like, it's just straight up better. You can use more of your skills, and they do more. You don't have to keep spamming Slash Blast anymore, which was always the saddest thing about them. The Icebird is so much cooler than the Phoenix. Yeah, I could see that. That's cool. To be honest, I hardly notice the birds. Does the Icebird also slow, though? Because that seems like a preferable thing. It might only help you like 1% of the time, but when it does, it would feel good, you know? Bowmaster have cool skills like Hurricane. Expo doesn't have an equivalent cool skill. I expect that to change. There's no way that 4th job Marksman is going to be using Strafe still. They're going to do something. I always thought Dragon's Breath was pretty cool. The like big knockback. Snipe at max level with 5-second cooldown was unrivaled. Snipe was like the one shot, right? If so, yes, that skill is badass. Yeah, Dragon's Breath is probably my favorite 4th job marksman skill. Okay, what time did I job change? I'm trying to figure out how much time I have left before I can swap again. Like the jump quest neckies. No, oh really? Snipe worked on the jump quest mobs? That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I want to try Banes, even though I don't have Ice Charge maxed out at least. I'd like to try them because I don't think I've gone to the Dead Mines much. You think they gave me some free LP or anything? No, they didn't. Oh, it puts me back out here. I can't keep forgetting about Rush. So are there really people out there who aren't happy about them having down jump? I just can't imagine that. I've played on servers where that was the case, and it's just... I understand the argument for it. It's like, yeah, then you actually have to like platform and play on your paths, but it's pretty frustrating when you can't down jump. Don't remind Nexon you can use Rush for mobility, they'll nerf it. You think so? Alright, I won't. I'm just trying to attack mobs, guys. I'm just trying to hit the fly eyes. Okay, let's see. Let's see the damage. Well, yeah, it's just so good. Being able to stun lock enemies is crazy for a warrior. Because look how safe I am. I don't have to worry about him shooting his shit and like pushing me off the ledge. He just sits there and takes it. Which is probably, you know, for warriors more needed than any other class because you get bumped by the enemy, then you can't hit them, and it's just like... I mean, anyone who's played a warrior knows how frustrating it can be when you're like trying to get to an enemy who has ranged attacks and you can't like get to him because he keeps hitting you. Yeah, it feels really good. White Knight's quite the humble class, though. They're just not that flashy. Like, you compare the look of what a White Knight does to a Dark Knight, or sorry, Dragon Knight. Sorry, Berserker. And, you know, it doesn't stand out all that much. But, man, is it effective now. I really appreciate the muted nature of Classic sometimes, like the subtle look it has compared to Modern Maple, where everything's just like a million like sprite explosions all over your screen. You know, where like, you know, in a vacuum they look beautiful, each one, like they're really cool, but when you're seeing it happening like 10 times on your screen per second, it's like kind of loses its specialness, you know. You prefer no down jump, but you understand that your opinion is wrong. Well, that's fair. I respect it as a preference. Doom is so fun. I suppose Doom is the sort of skill you might level up like way, way later, you know? Where's the portal? Oh, okay. For a second I was like, there's no portal. There's no Zakum. You know, this is like a nitpick, but I suppose I wish the charge blow animation was a little different. Something about the circle on top of the character makes me feel like, I don't know. It doesn't look all that great over and over again. But that's like, I mean, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter that much. Did they add that map where you get transported when you fall down the lava? Oh, I don't know. That was like where you could hunt the junior dogs, right? You'll have to remind me where that was. Poor Ice Strike, yo. I'm sorry, guys. It not being able to freeze is quite disappointing. Do the anti-down jump guys refuse to down jump in game? Can you imagine? No, down jump's one of those things that even if you're against it, like, you can't help but utilize it. It's like 2x coupons. I don't want 2x coupons. But if they're there, gonna have to get them. I want to say Stunlock is OP, but melee life is so hard, it isn't. Well, old skills animation are way better than the new modern Maple. Yeah, no, I agree. You can see the combat with the old skills animation. The new Maple, it's all flashy. You can't even see your character or the mobs. Yeah, I know, it's nutters. You're so ready for the release. End my pain. I know, it's... Can you imagine? How cool would it be if they give us a release date today, like during the little... This map looks so cool. During the, whatever they call it, the photo. What if Ink was like, guys, release date? He's probably not gonna. They're probably saving it for Maple Fest. By the way, have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen the thing for Maple Fest? MapleCon, whatever it is. I'm not gonna lie. The FOMO is strong because I almost definitely can't go. Like, I'm like across the country, and like my kid just started school. I already took out a bunch of PTO this summer. I'm like pretty cooked. Like, there's no way I can go, I don't think. Also, they have like some cosmetics that they're giving as part of it that I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like not having it is more upsetting. I suppose, like, I feel bad about that, like, I'm not gonna have it, but if I did have it, I probably honestly wouldn't even use it that much, if that makes sense. Yeah, the tickets are over $200, so it's like, if you think about, like, I mean, me to fly out to California, stay somewhere, buy a minimum $200 ticket, it's like, we're looking at, like, well over $1,000, $1,500 or something for this, you know? It's like, for, at the end of the day, would be a one-day event, you know, and last time apparently it was a shit show anyway, and then you get like a chair and a maple ring, and you know, when you really think about it like that, it's like, okay, there's no way that's worth it. However, I think if I lived in California, I'd 100% go. MapleCon is in October, or right? Imagine as a non-USA citizen. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. No, it's crazy. And I was also like thinking like, oh, you know, if I did bring my family, they were looking at like over $2,000, and that would just be for like a weekend. So it's just, it's one of those things. My wife was like, you know, you could buy a ticket and just not go, and I'm like, yeah, but the ring and the chair, that's not worth $200. It just isn't. Saturday, October 17th. When did the servers go down? I think around 8 p.m., 8:30 at the latest. I'm gonna steal this pet food. All right, how long do we have until I can swap again? When did I swap? Can I scroll up and see when the poll was? That would be a good way to see. Okay, here we go. Does this have a time code? I don't know. Anybody remember how long it's been? It's like Disney World? Yeah, I mean, well, Disney World is different for me because I live in Florida, so it's Disney World is just like every other weekend, you know, when you have kids. 52 minutes ago. Okay. What do we do? I guess I want to go back and I want to swap at least one more time. Why no face equips? I feel like face equips would show up later. About 10 minutes. Yo, Doombringer is definitely the best looking sword, isn't it? You know what's one of the things that I wish that two-handed weapons did? That I believe I saw it happen sometimes. There's like some weapons that appear on your back when you're on a rope. So yeah, this one does. And it looks sick. I wish that all the two-handed weapons did that. The sledge doesn't. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other swords don't do this. And the axes don't either. I don't know why Doombringer got such a special treatment. It's also interesting to note that, like, that I believe some of them have, like, a different standing animation, too. Do they? I don't know. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go back to Nath. Do I have a... I don't even have a regular return scroll. So, thoughts about White Knight. Alright, let's wrap it up. So, White Knight feels pretty much the way it used to, but strong. The numbers could be a little stronger, but like the mechanics of it feel good. Huh? Oh, that's funny. I think White Knight, they did a pretty good job with it. The only thing that I lament is a change to freeze in general. So it's not so much White Knight, but I do wish that Ice Charge was a freeze. I mean, sure, if you want to make lightning stun and then be able to stun lock enemies, go for it. That's really cool. But why can't Ice still do what it used to do? Because at that point, is it any more OP than this? If it did freeze, like, what would be better about it? So yeah, that's my only gripe. I'm gonna hold out hope that they might change that. That perhaps they might make freeze actually freeze. That would be nice. But otherwise, yeah, it feels good. You know, I didn't even have, I didn't try all the skills. I didn't get to try Elemental Crash or Power Guard, but I suppose you can imagine the way they work. They seem like sort of skills you'd max later on. You wish there's like a frost dot. Yeah, the dots are a little disappointing. I mean, the thing is, in a game like MapleStory, I don't know how much of a place dot has outside of poison, right? Like, a dot, for it to work in MapleStory, it'd have to do quite a lot. And since it's on the tail of an attacking ability, like, you know, obviously they can't make it do 50% of its health or whatever, right? So it just adds like a little bit on top. Which is cool for flavor, but I don't think it's really that impactful. I think the only reason to go fire would be if you're going to train somewhere that's fire weak. That's it. But yeah, White Knight's cool. I would recommend 10 out of 10 to anybody who loves White Knight, and maybe a 7 out of 10 for anybody who just is neutral. You don't see why change poison. Yeah, I know. It's why, sure, they take up the map, but that's kind of the idea. Yeah, that was their whole thing. So, I mean, I'm sad about it. I understand that it was maybe a little bit disruptive. Like an FP, if you really think about the way they trained, was so vastly different from everybody. But that was like kind of their thing, you know? Like, it was almost a double-edged sword too, playing FP. Like, you were signing up to play by yourself for a while. Or pretty much always. It was almost like a solo class. So, you know, as somebody who played, you know, did pure poison training and third job on Artail, I got to like 100 something. And, you know, at first poison is like really fun because it's so fast, right? You're going to deep looty, like farming death teddies like at level 65 or something. You know, as soon as you can hit them with poison, you can go there. But I don't know. I've found a lot of FP mages who got bored with that style. So in a way, that's sort of like its own handicap, right? The fact that it's not super duper interesting to play means that it's not going to be overrepresented, even though it can level faster than anybody in third job. Even versus other warriors, yeah, I think White Knight should be buffed. I heard Crusader's a little bit lacking right now too. I haven't heard hardly anybody complain about DK though, outside of Dragon Roar. You hop in, the whole map's green, and you know this is FP territory. Let's leave. Yeah, that's how it was. So I mean, it's Nexon's anti-fun policy. You will take your flash jump cooldown and like it. Well, at least they fixed it though. They took it away. So maybe they can give us back poison? I highly doubt they will, to be honest. Seems like a bigger change. A brittle debuff. That's interesting, actually. I could see like Ice doing that, right? Where like, I don't know if anybody ever played like Genshin Impact. They had like all these elemental reactions, and they had one called Shatter, I think, where like if you would freeze an enemy and then use physical on them, they would like take like increased damage, or like it would ignore defense or something. That could have been something they play with freeze, where like maybe it makes their defense lowered, right? Because if you think about shattering the glass, like, I don't know, you know, there's something to play with there, but maybe that's too complicated. All right, can I change jobs yet? The question is, which one do I do next? Basically, what I'm gonna do is test one more class, and then we'll test it, we'll run around and stuff. And then, after that, I'll probably, holy moly. After that, I'm gonna wanna go back to Ranger, and because we're gonna have to head back to Vic for the event. Genshin has very good elemental reactions. Yeah, they got really creative with that stuff. Granted, they've had to really, I don't know what they're doing now. They because they have to keep upping the ante. They have to keep creating new reactions for the new characters. So it's like, I couldn't tell you what their new stuff is. It's like very specific. You know, I like the original ones, but it is what it is. I do think those are a really creative system they had. Yeah, jump scare. I have to like mute. Yeah, I have to mute the sound in here. It's too scary. 11E in fourth job in OSMS, IL and FP would gain the ice and fire demon skills that would make the enemy weak to the other element, which is why the summons they had were opposite. Gotcha. Yeah, I do remember those skills. I wonder if they'll work the same way this time. Okay, so let's I don't know. Let's do one more poll for the last. This is the last one we'll be able to test before going back to Ranger. So last class to test. Options are CB, Satyr. No, maybe Satyr. Yeah, Satyr. DK. I think that's it. I don't need to try IL. If it doesn't freeze, it's like, what's the point? Yeah, it's just those three. Genshin just yesterday released their huge update for a Russia-inspired region. Actually, I know. I know. I actually logged into that. I haven't played Genshin in like months, right? Like, if not over a year. But I did see that update on my PlayStation. So I actually booted it up. I did 110 pull. I got the new character, and then I logged out. I just thought the new character looked cool. I got pretty lucky. I wasn't even at pity. Oh, this guy's talking about mention review how weapons now have 5 attack. That's rather. Let's see. Let's see what one. Oh my god, yeah, Chief Bandit. I think it's gonna be CB. Yeah, it's not even close. We'll just end it there. Okay, so let's see if I can swap now, because I know that time moves very quickly. I want my sound back, but I'm too afraid of the boing. Okay, surely that's enough. Okay, let's see. Chief Bandit. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here before we get jump scared. The pros here is telling me about some number changes to warrior weapons. It's a little hard for me to focus on that though, since I feel like numbers are like, I don't know, it's not that interesting to me. It's only like the mechanics that matter, and then I suppose if the numbers feel wrong, then I become upset about it later. But okay, so for this 65 decks, I have more than enough. They give you a pan lid? That's so funny. So I'm guessing we don't have rogue shields yet. Oh no, I tossed my snowshoes. I tossed them. You genuinely won't play if it's 3 class stories, so let's hope they listen. Yeah, I really hope that they're all pretty strong. Yeah, Genshin has a big power creep problem. I mean, they almost can't avoid it though, because they need you to you know, pull on their characters. All right, let's see. Wait, I don't care about keen eyes. Okay, so I guess this stuff, double stab, sorter, whatever. It doesn't really matter because I'm not gonna be using them. Dagger mastery, obviously. Haste, savage blow for sure. Steal, that's a big one. A little bit in booster. Nimble recovery. Ooh, when evading. Okay, so while the assassin version is based on crits, this one's based on evading. That's neat. Now, let's bind some of this stuff. So, Savage Blow. Steel. I'm really excited to try that one out. Okay, so what do they do? I haven't played Chief Bandit that much, guys. Obviously I want a Solter, right? That's a big one. Chakra. Using dark side below certain HP restores HP. That seems pretty situational. Mesoguard. Seems cool, but not for now. Band of Thieves? Is that like their new AoE? Oh, obviously I want Flash Jump. Imagine if you coordinated mass leveling up of characters. Oh my god. Yeah, so MapleStory, for whatever reason, the way it's coded, it's like, it just stacks the sound. That's why it's so loud, right? Because it's like, it doesn't, you know, it's not like the level up sound overrides itself. It's just like, oh, this guy leveled up 100 times, play the sound 100 times, like on top of it. Like, it really should have a limit, you know? This is your main, so you hope they're still fun and good. Band of Thieves is old skill. Yeah, I'm just not super familiar with CB, so it all feels new to me. 21 in Band of Thieves? Okay. And then the rest in Pickpocket then, right? No, I want Meso Explosion too, though. Yo, Thrilla de Chilla. Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for the Canadian. $6.99. Have you ever trained with Tiger and Sushi? And if not, do you have any stories about them? No, I've never trained with them. They were always way above. They're like legendary figures. Yeah, no, I've never trained with them, but I obviously knew about them, especially Tiger. But I do remember Sushi from the rankings. Ooh, this guy in the chat says he trained with Tiger at some point. 26. Okay. Why 26? Oh, because that'll do the max amount. You want all 6 thieves. I think you gotta max it for all 6. It's just 5, guys. I've been trolled. It's just 5. Okay, well, I guess we're not trying Mesa Explosion. I don't know. I feel trolled. Okay. Anyway, this is enough to work with. Oh wait, gotta add haste here. I think that's it, right? These are the only buffs I need? Huh. Ooh, there we go. Ooh. This is the way it was meant to be. Yep. Life is good again for the thieves. Oh yeah. See, this is the reason to go thief. This is entirely the only reason you need. Now mages aren't the best mobile class, because that felt wrong. It felt wrong that they were like somehow had the best mobility just because they could spam it. CB with flash jump, holy moly. Oh, do I not have it equipped? Where's my dagger, dude? Where's my dagger? What? Oh, the damn shoes! Alright, I guess I gotta slide around then. Tiger trained in Orbis where those cats were? The big cats? That's crazy. I mean, that must have been real early days, right? Does anybody know if any of those old legends are playing Classic World? I wonder how you would even prove that. Don't forget chaining flash jump into a Solter. Really? But you need to have a mob nearby. Can you test the limits of a Solter flash jump ability? Yeah, let's try it out. So here's Assaulter. Feels a little slow on its own. Let's see if I can. Ooh, okay. So like when you're traveling, you can definitely... I mean, but is it better than just spamming? I don't know. It's not better than just spamming. Because it sort of interrupts you, like you stay still for a second. Let me try with... I think maybe my booster ran out. Okay, actually it's better if you have booster. Everybody's Tiger. Tiger's like Spartacus. Yeah, CB, I mean, I've only tried out Assaulter and Flash Jump, and I'm like, yeah, this class is pretty cool. This class is pretty cool. Alright, let's try to... What else do we have here? Let's try Steel. God, Flash Jump feels so good. So this hits how many enemies? God. Sorry, I'm gonna stop saying it, but Flash Jump feels really good. back in its glory. And like honestly, like Flash Jump might matter more for bandits, or I mean for Chief Bandits than Hermit. Like when you really think about it, because like Hermit could already jump around and attack. Chief Bandit had to walk up to everything. Let me minimize this. It's pretty sick. That's, yeah. I think anybody who likes Bandit, you're gonna be real happy. And I haven't even tried the other stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's try Band of Thieves. I heard the damage was lacking, but oh. Okay, maybe that's not the best test. Is it a... Let me see something. Is it AoE? Enemies in front. Okay. But it doesn't say how many enemies it hits? Yo, so can somebody tell me, like, Assaulter just replaces Savage Blow, right? Like, you just spam Assaulter, is that the play? Okay, it hits the same amount as Bandits that it summons, okay. It looks... it's really stylish. Use both. I suppose that Assaulter is like a semi-mobility skill too, right? Let me look at the damage numbers here. 600%, and it stuns, which if it works anything like the yeah, so it doesn't get interrupted anymore, so that's huge. So you could use it as a pseudo CC. This is 6x75. So Assaulter does do more damage, but it's slower, I suppose. Assaulter into Savage Blow? Okay. That makes sense, because then you can, like, you do that to get to them, stun them, and then you just spam this. That's fucking sick, dude. That's really cool. And then you flash jump around? Oh my god. So, as far as AoE though, I would just spam Band of Thieves? Or do I... What's Steel again? Steel doesn't do that much damage. No, Steel you wouldn't do. The AoE damage doesn't seem particularly good for Band of Thieves. It's the single target that feels really good. Activate Pickpocket, then the combo is Assaulter into SB, then Meso Explosion if you need to finish them off. Oh, is that a toggle? Oh, well, thank you. Okay, so let's see. Let me read that again. Assaulter into Savage Blow into Meso Explosion. Okay. Let's see if I can remember that. So WE. Oh, I suppose I gotta try something with more HP. Oh, okay, so this would be your, this becomes your AoE then. Maybe. Let me just hit a few guys, make some coins appear, and see the damage. Damn, I'm sad I didn't max Meso Explosion though, because now it's gonna like be gimped. It's not gonna properly represent the damage. I shouldn't have done Band of Thieves. I don't have enough leaf points to reset, unfortunately. I guess I can still pull them like this. Oh, okay, because Savage Blow produces more coins. I see. That's pretty cool. I mean, like, that's actually like one of the things I really like about Ranger too. That you don't just use one or two, like you don't just use one skill. Like you get to use like your whole kit. It feels like. And it seems like Bandit's gonna have that sort of functionality. Where like you're not just pressing one button over and over again, especially once your third job. I need to hit something with more HP though. Yeah, so I did the build wrong, but I'm gonna assume obviously that the damage would be quite nice with Meso Explosion max and Pickpocket higher. You attack really fast with Band of Thieves, though? Do you really? Yeah, it's alright. I don't know. Yeah, it's super messed up that I like ran out of LP. I don't know, try. Oh, that'd be nice if he could give me a SP reset so I could properly feel it. No way this is gonna work. No, it says untradeable for AP. Well, I think you'll have to use your imagination a bit. But look, even without those skills properly maxed, I feel the power, you know what I mean? I feel it. It feels really cool. This is a class that like I've pretty much only played as a test or whatever. Like, you know, I needed to like use a bandit for a video or something. But I remember it always feeling like not that good or cool, you know, like it's so good for it to have flash jump, because that was like honestly probably the main reason I didn't like playing it. It just felt so slow, and I don't know. I don't even know what, to be honest, I don't even know what Shadowrun does, so like I don't even know what they had to look forward to, but Chief Bandit seems really cool now. Man, only thing I don't like, I keep falling through the ground because of look at that, every time. Surely that's like a bug. I gotta leave feedback on this, because that sucks. Let's use Band of Thieves, since that's what I'm spec'd into. It's serviceable damage, honestly. Yo, you know what's one thing I noticed? The Band of Thieves doesn't trigger Pickpocket. Why? Shouldn't it? Yeah, adding flash jump definitely is a big change. Thieves is slower and mob density much lower. There's more RNG damage. Assaulter also feels rather buggy. Yeah, I'm feeling that. boomerang step. Shadow's boomerang step is best attack skill in MS. Okay. Good to know. Never ever played one. Can you floor jump with the Soldier? You know what's one thing I wonder is if I use a Soldier, fall through the ground, can I then flash jump? Oh man, it does kind of suck you can't use it without an enemy though. I feel like it would be cool to have it still dash forward. God, flash jump is so good, guys. It's like the mobility, the ability to like, you know what I mean? Like that is so stylish. All right, let's try this guy. Oh, I keep using a Band of Thieves instead of Meso Explosion, but I suppose I don't really need to use Meso Explosion on one enemy. I guess it's just Assaulter and Savage blow him to death. Pretty cool. Let me compare the feeling to just spamming Assaulter though. Okay, yeah, it's too slow to spam Assaulter. Which class is my favorite so far, or top 3? Okay, top 3. Let me think about this. Okay, well, Ranger's up there. So Ranger, I'm gonna have to say Chief Bandit feels really cool. Like, I don't know if it, okay. Let me think about this. In a way, I find Chief Bandit more interesting to play than Hermit did. And that feels kind of crazy to say. But Flash Jump is half the reason, if not more, that I liked the idea of Hermit to begin with. Now that Chief Bandit has it, and it has like such a toolkit, like that's something I really like. So honestly, like my stance on this stuff has changed so much because traditionally, like top 3 classes are easy. You know what they are? It's like Ranger, IL, and like Crusader, and then like probably Cleric after that. But now that they've changed things, like if I'm like comparing like what I think would be more fun, Ranger is still there because they always had that toolkit nature. They're just better now. Chief Bandit is gonna be there now because simply because of that, like it doesn't feel like it would get as boring. You know what I mean? Like there's more little fun things for you to do. Like the whole, yeah, the fact that you have all these bound here and you could you might actually use them all is really cool. Hermit, I mean Hermit's still just spamming Lucky 7 and Avenger. Avengers is nice. That was my favorite part about Hermit, besides Flash Jump, obviously. But I don't know, Chief Bandit actually seems funner to play, just given the variety. I find Meso Explosion a little hard to judge right now because I don't have the right build, obviously. Assaulter looks faster in terms of recovery. Interesting. Are you able to do Assaulter after Flash Jump? Yeah. Let me show you. You can almost be like mid-air and it'll still target an enemy, it feels like. Yeah, look, I'm still mid-air when I pop it. Or maybe it's just because I was on a bridge. No, it works slightly mid-air like that. What a crazy class, dude. I feel like Danny DeVito. You know when in the I get it. I get it. It's crazy. And then you have Assaulter to keep the enemy stunned, like, which got a buff because of the way stun got buffed in general. Let me see what Purist said. CBs require hands. Hermit's not that much. You fall down on bridges, but in dead mines it does not happen. Okay. So yeah, it's just a little bit janky here because of the bridges. So basically on a big mob, just keep spamming Assaulter every 2 seconds. Holy moly, man. CB is sick. Okay, so Ranger, CB, and I don't know. The thing is, White Knight has that variety that I like, but I couldn't play White Knight personally because it's a little too simple looking. Do you know what I mean? Like, I suppose, I don't know. I like combos from Crusader. I would probably also go DK before White Knight personally, but I do think White Knight is quite good. It's hard to think of what the third place would be, or the third, you know, top three. Is it a cop out to say sniper? You know what? I mean, I guess FP might be fun. Like, if you can forget about poison ever existing the way it did. I gotta stop using a Assaulter on the bridge because I keep falling down. If you forget the poison ever used to work the way it did, and just think about it as a like synergy for fire, which it is now, I think it could be pretty fun actually. Because explosion also midair is a really cool thing. That's like an underrated change. I don't know. I guess so. I'm trying to convince myself to put FP up there, but Hermit might stay up there, to be honest. That seems really boring, but yeah, I guess top 3 for me might be... Okay, I'll do top 5, okay? It's in no specific order. Ranger, Chief Bandit, Hermit, Fire Poison, and White Knight. I think they seem the coolest in this iteration of the game. You gotta remember all the pain and suffering it is to get to third job as bandits. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. Let's try to experience second job life for a second, since we didn't really do that. Let me just pretend. I am second job. Oh, sorry, first job. I'm first job. Obviously, you would do way less damage. Okay, cool. You made it second job. Congratulations. Let's take off haste, because like you're level 30s or whatever. You're maxing Savage Blow first. Yeah, I suppose they pay for it in second job, because it's not super fun to be that close up. And you obviously wouldn't do this good damage. But it really pays off. It really pays off once you get all this stuff in third job. You sacrifice double stab with dark sight so you get more mobility. Right, yeah, you can drop the attacking and first job skills once you're higher level, I mean. Let me read some of this. Ever played Risk of Rain 2 Assault? It reminds me of Mercenary. I played Risk of Rain 2 literally one time, so I remember almost nothing about it. A friend tried to convince me to play it, and it like just didn't click for me. DK beat no hands. Yeah, they gotta fix the bridges for sure. Nexon, listen? The fuck you guys were thinking that closed online test was about? Well, yeah, I think we're impressed by how quickly they listened, though. Like, I had to admit they made some changes that we liked from the first test to this one. Just didn't expect some of the changes to happen literally overnight. I mean, you know, people were doom posting the game real hard, like, this game is cooked, you know? And then next day it's like, wow, Nexon's awesome. So it's like, I don't know. Obviously there's still things we'd like them to change, but I'm impressed with how quickly they made some changes. You could put, what does this say? If only I could get an SP reset any other way. Try untoggling your pickpocket. It removes the mesos from the floor. I kind of don't mind them, though. Ranger looks very fun, weaving different skills, but I feel like Bowmaster will be boring since you just hold down one button. Well, the truth is we don't know what it will be like in 4th job, though. Maybe they changed that. Personally, I don't think... I never thought that Hurricane looked as cool as Strafe. I don't know why. Let me see. What is Pyrrhus's top picks on fun are FP, DK, and CB. Yeah, I could see that. I didn't get to try DK this time around, but I mean, I know it's a dependable class, and I don't think there's been any big mechanical changes to like its bread and butter playstyle. Just go Syndit 1st job. Yeah, that seems to be the play if you're going Chief Bandit. That's true. Although, personally, if I was going Chief Bandit, I'd suffer through it and just stab through 1st job. Just gotta commit to the identity, you know? You went Z4 early, 50 to 70 wasn't hard. Z4, like zombies 4? Let's see. 06 bandits were 2 hitting coolies. Damage floor is weaker here. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. You can use the Assaulter when jumping from the rope into the direction of the monster for a quick teleport. I suppose you mean if they're like on the platform above. I can try that on Dead Mines. An 8x bandit with 100% gear would hit higher damage. Yeah, I believe that. I totally believe that. Our damage is not as high as it should be, but actually it feels pretty good on this class. It feels pretty good, like Assaulter and like the single target especially feels really good. Even with my like messed up build, right? Like I can't test the AoE exactly, but yeah, it feels snappy, this class. Don't do any Syndit cop out. Yeah, that's the way I feel, but I totally understand. I understand the optimization route. Because double stab definitely kind of sucks. Okay, let's try this. Okay, yeah, so it's like a quick way to get off, actually. Yeah, that's sick. Assaulter is amazing. So Assaulter combined with like Flash Jump, crazy mobility. Actually, so that means Bandit actually has better mobility than Hermit, just straight up. You thought Assaulter hit multiple enemies? No, I'm pretty sure it was always single target. Well, Meso Explosion, I don't know what the damage is like. That's the only thing I have to caveat. Because I didn't put enough points into it. Farming teeth for Eye of Fire. Yeah. I wonder if you can even get it here. We want to spectate Omok. Oh my god. Yeah, Assaulter is definitely a sick move. Barrier of entry for this version is less hardcore as far as gearing goes. It's intentional due to ratio modifications. Confusing Assaulter with the 4th job mobbing skill, maybe? FS? What am I missing? What's FS? So you made it. FJ. Okay. So what is he saying? You can use while falling almost every time. It was always that way though, wasn't it? Now, can you imagine if you could spam it while falling though? That would be my dream. Like if you jumped from like high enough that you could use it multiple times, like you could go like, you know, that might be too good. I love the you can animation cancel the flash jump with Assaulter. Yeah, they just gotta make it so you don't fall through the floor though. That's like pretty upsetting when that happens. The stun lock, man. It feels so good. Oh, you had to use flash jump on an upwards trajectory. Okay. Good to know. So I guess I got slightly buffed then. Whoa. What did I just... Was that like a rope spam flash jump that I just saw? Wait. Hira. Come back. Do that again. Did he just spam it like... Am I crazy? I thought I saw him just go like flash jump, flash jump, flash jump. Okay. Yeah, it's like... So I guess you can reset it with... Okay, yeah. Now, can I juggle myself between these? Oh shit. Oh, that's so cool. Crazy. That's so cool. I don't even know if that's entirely new. It is, I guess? I don't know, guys. I never really mained a thief, so... I just know I was always jealous of flash jump. Okay, it's always been that way. Yeah, it's a crazy skill. But I'm loving the stun lock, man. I can't get over that. Streamer discovers flash jump. Well, I just never had to use it at length, man. Where am I? Yeah, this... I think a lot of people are going CB. Like... Honestly... I think more people are gonna go CB than Ranger. I don't know. Unless I'm, like, overvaluing the fun of this class. I just wish I could try the AoE properly, because, yeah, I only have Band of Thieves. It seems okay. It is pretty fast. I'm also, like, guarding a ton. I don't know if you guys noticed, like, all the misses and guards that they're doing. Like, I actually wasn't taking a ton of damage. I like Metso Explosion for the finale. What makes you pick Ranger above CB other than being loyal to your first character? I think it's for me, it's mostly the fantasy. The class fantasy of just a bowman is just more appealing to me. That's the main reason I never really played a thief. I just didn't like I've never really liked sneaky rogue characters that much. Like, I understand they're cool, but it's like, you know, League of Legends, I never really played Zed or Katarina or Talon, you know what I mean? Like, just not my style. It's always like mages or bowmen, and then sometimes knights. Like, that trifecta is what I like in MMOs. So thieves are definitely cool, but and I know for a lot of people they're like the most quintessential MapleStory class, but it's not the case for me. But yeah, I feel like CB might have more like universal appeal than Ranger personally, because I know people really love thieves. Band of Thieves may not be like the strongest skill, but it looks really cool. I love all the colors of all the different people. Imagine if a Soldier was AoE though. That would be OP. Can you imagine just like getting a group of enemies and just dashing between them over and over? Stun locking. Yeah, that'd be too good. Let's see. Why did these level 90 mobs only drop small meso coins? That's from a pickpocket, I think. Yeah, they drop cash stacks. Yeah, this is just from pickpocket that they're dropping coins. Bandits rise up. You neglect meso explosion. Yeah, I'm just not using it because I don't know if it's gonna do enough damage at this. Cause yeah, look. I don't know. I guess it says mastery. It doesn't even say like basic attack or whatever or damage. But in any case, I assume the Bandit Thieves at level 30 does more damage than it. CB seems very popular recently. I've been a Bandit main for years. I'm surprised to see so many people wanting to pick it up. Well, yeah, I mean, they're making quite appealing. Even the flash jump change alone would have gone a long way. But they did even more than that, it seems. Because some of the skills like work differently too. I suppose like this, like the combination of a Solter flash jump is like a thing that we couldn't have foreseen. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that's like wouldn't have occurred to me how cool it is till it was in my hands. Like to be able to do that is like really cool. Really makes you feel like an assassin. Maplers don't actually value fun, common misconception. This is a game about optimizing torture. White Knight has been buffed, yes. Yeah, White Knight has been buffed. Okay. You should get lore about the thieves in the Band of Thieves skill. Yeah, this... I wonder if there's anything about it. No, there's not. I'll have to look into that. That'll be a really fun thing to investigate whenever I do eventually do a video on Chief Bandit. And you know I will. Nobody tell him about Boomerang Step? Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't tell me. I'll learn in time. Boomerang Step is a Soldier with AoE pretty much. Okay. So yeah, that means in Shadower must be pretty sick then. If I recall, Shadower was like when it got really good, right? As this class. Only change I would request, let us use a Soldier without a mob. So I can go like, shoo! Fellow control mage main. It's been a week of testing and everyone started pole riding this class because they fixed it and left everything else in the gutter. Yeah, they gotta, well, I don't know. I'm happy it's getting its day in the sun, but, I don't know. I just want them to fix some of the more, like, mechanical changes. Like the freeze thing. The fact that freeze doesn't freeze. Poison probably isn't gonna go back to the way it was. But I'll settle for them fixing heal. Or just making it so you can actually train with it. I don't know. I don't think they will. Rushing pickpocket and meso explosion for maximum aura. It's the pay to win style. Yeah, let us use assassinate with enemy. Previous progression was basically suffer until meso explosion and then boomerang step. That's hilarious. Yeah, make heal great again. I don't know, Curry. I'm not sure, like... I don't think everything else is in shambles, though. They did make some changes we don't really ask for, but plenty of other classes feel strong. I think it's just like a thing here and there, you know what I mean? Like DK's fine. Crusader, I think, just needs more damage. White Knight seems fine now. It just needs more damage. Like, some of them are just a matter of numbers. I don't think everything else needed as much of a facelift as this Bandit did. It's really addicting using flash jump. I don't know, guys. Maybe I gotta go bandit. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna. But it's really fun. Oh yeah, the meso throw skill is pretty interesting for hermits. I guess they can do pretty big damage with that, but it's so costly. I don't think you really would. Okay. All right, guys. I really gotta go. This is the time I gotta go pick up my son from the bus stop. But I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back for the end. So I think in about 3 hours. In about 3 hours I'll be back on, and we'll be on an hour before the event. And then yeah, we'll see it out till the end. Alright, so thanks for everybody for coming to hang out with me. I had a great time. I finally see the light. I see that Chief Bandit is crazy. I know I'm like the last one to try it, but yeah. It was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you. Be sure to give the stream a like, sub if you haven't already, and hope to see you in about like 3 hours. Alright. Peace out, y'all.